Good morning, Unity Halton Peel. My name's Wendy. I'm your host today. Welcome to our Sunday gathering. And this is an opportunity for us to come together as a community on Zoom and to welcome our guest speaker, Mariette Jones, licensed Unity teacher, who is joining us from Windsor today. And it's the big storms run through, so I'm not worried about the power going out. So let's get going. Our mission is to lovingly inspire transformation and be of service to the world. And our daily word for today is on courage. Ruth Ellen, would you care to share?
Yes, thank you. The daily word for Sunday, July 13th, the title is Courage. God within me is the source of my courage. Worrisome and challenging events may leave me thinking I don't have the courage to face them. What I'm going through may feel like too much to bear. Then I remind myself that as a divine being, I have all the courage I could ever need. How I view myself has a strong bearing on how I handle moments of stress. If I tell myself I'm weak or unable to cope, that will probably be my experience. But if I affirm that God within is my power to rise above any worldly situation, I will feel courageous, empowered, and strong. Stressful moments may leave me feeling alone and afraid. With the presence and power of God within me, I realize I am never alone and need not fear. This is the source of my courage. And from Joshua chapter 1, verse 9, I hereby command you, be strong and courageous. Do not be frightened or dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go.
Thank you, Ruth Ellen.
You're welcome.
All right, this is, I think, a new song. It was new to me, but I hope you enjoy it.
I give myself permission to be all I can be. I give myself permission to live passionate and free. I give myself permission to be all I can be. I give myself permission to live passionate and free. I give myself permission to be all I can be. I give myself permission to live passionate and free.
Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It is not just in some of us, it is in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fears, our presence automatically liberates others.
I give myself permission to live passionate and free. I give myself permission. I will to be all I can be. I give myself permission to live passionate and free. I give myself permission to be all I can be. I give myself permission to live passionate can be. Give myself permission to live passionate and free. I give myself permission to be all I can be. I give myself permission to live passionate and free.
All right. Our affirmation for 2025. We at Unity Halton Peel are blessed with an abundantly thriving community. And it is done. And so it shall be, and so I let it be. Our thoughts for the month of July. I am creative. Creativity is my natural state of being. I am immersed in endless possibilities. And if you're new to Unity, this is one of the oldest buildings at our world headquarters, the tower, which is actually a water tower with offices below. And let us begin our time of prayer, allowing the week that has been to just be in the past and the week that is to come to be in the future, and just bring ourselves into this now moment, into this state of oneness, that even though we may be sitting apart from each other, we are truly in the oneness. And our prayers for the month of July are for Unity Spiritual Center Hamilton and Unity Worldwide Ministries in Kansas City, Missouri. Our affirmations for the month of July. I will read the first one and pause, and then we will read them together, and we will do that with all of them. And this is at Unity World Headquarters. Our affirmation for inner peace. I dwell in divine peace. And let's take that together. I dwell in divine peace. For wisdom, the light of divine wisdom is my guide. And together, the light of divine wisdom is my guide. For freedom, I am whole and free. And together, I am whole and free. For prosperity, I celebrate divine abundance. Together, I celebrate divine abundance. For love, I am a harmonious presence. Together, I am a harmonious presence. And we conclude with this affirmation: in the peace of prayer, I release unforgiveness. And we give thanks for this opportunity to come together, to have the technology that allows us to meet in real time and later on social media. And for this opportunity, we are so grateful. And so it is, and so it shall be. Amen. And our guest speaker, I'm so excited. Mariette Jones and I have known each other a while now. She is a fellow licensed Unity teacher. She is also the licensed Unity teacher rep for all of Canada. So she keeps us all informed and aware of what's going on in the bigger picture. And she serves down at my old church in Windsor. And so I'm so grateful to her for coming today. And she's going to be talking about letting the ghosts out of the closet. So let us give a warm welcome to Mariette Jones, LUT.
Hey, everybody. Here I am. I'm so happy and thrilled to be with you once again. Let's go. Letting the ghost out of the closet. What does that mean? Well, I have a story to tell you about that. First of all, let me tell you that I had the great opportunity to attend the Unity Canada conference in May. It was my first time attending a conference in person as a licensed Unity teacher representative. And it was a wonderful conference full of heart. You could see and feel the love everywhere in the careful and passionate planning, in the excitement and inspiration, amazing live music, deep, soulful, joyful, thought-provoking workshops, time for reflection in the labyrinth. Yes, there was a wonderful labyrinth, and beautiful grounds that we enjoyed greatly. And there were new friends and old friends to connect with. Good food, very important, and more. And I myself was asked to create and lead a workshop for the LUTs who would be present at the conference. And I was wondering in the months leading up to the workshop what I would do. And I felt the weight of that responsibility to serve my fellow LUTs in a way that would be beneficial to them, that would inspire them, that would move them, that would bring the possibility and invitation to heal. Because my forte is creating safe spaces and a, an arena of vulnerable and deep sharing, and inviting people to participate in that so that we can have meaningful experiences together. So I knew that Martha Creek was the keynote speaker for the conference. And actually, I had the wonderful opportunity to go to an LUT retreat in the fall where Martha Creek was also facilitating our sessions. And that's when I really experienced Martha and her brilliance. So her mandate is to serve those who serve. So she's speaking of ministers, spiritual leaders, licensed Unity teachers, within Unity, the spiritual leaders, and she's also very involved in New Thought. And so there's spiritual leaders in that, in various CSL and various New Thought organizations that she also serves. And so she makes herself available. Yeah, and I saw, as I got to know her, I saw how when she led the sessions, she allowed herself to become really vulnerable. And she also, her mission is to also create safe spaces for people to really reach in within themselves, grab hold of that part that we've been ignoring for so long, look under the carpet and sweep out the stuff that's been hiding there. And, you know, I really felt that she was a kindred spirit, helping people to heal like I am. So, as a matter of fact, she is the only spiritual leader that I have ever seen that when she feels moved by emotion as she's speaking, she will allow herself to cry. Actually, it's happened to, or I've allowed it to happen for myself sometimes, but she allows it to happen. It happened a lot when she was facilitating with us. And I was so admiring of her ability to just be herself as she is and be authentic with all of the stuff that she's feeling. She'll just go over and grab a Kleenex and and carry on. And this will happen a few times. So I really enjoyed that about her. It's very unusual. So she was sharing with us at the retreat her latest book titled Presence and Potential. Now, this book that she wrote her latest. It's packed with powerful words of inspiration and advice and direction on how to really stay in a powerful mindset and avoid the common pitfalls that we humans fall into. I highly recommend it. So at that retreat, she made it very clear that she was available to any of us who wanted to take advantage of her expertise, of her compassion, just a friend to talk to. We were invited to call her, and she made sure to let us know that that phone call would be free and that she wanted to talk if we wanted to talk to her. So I decided to call Martha and brainstorm with her. What could I do for this retreat, for this workshop that I was going to be presenting while she was there at the Unity Canada conference? And as our appointed phone call came, I picked up the phone, or I called her, and I said hello, and I realized I was feeling a lot as I began the conversation. I was feeling a lot of intimidation. Like, you ever hear of compare to despair? So I was saying to myself, Martha's this powerful speaker. She's done so much, authored so many books. I just don't compare. I don't even, I can't measure up to her. All these voices in my head, that old training that I'd learned to do, comparing myself, being compared to others, um, it was full force in my head. And she said, hello. And she goes, how are you? And I said to her, I'm actually feeling very intimidated by this phone call, by you. And she said to me, that's what we call letting the ghost out of the closet. Oh, when I heard her say that, I knew I was safe. I felt the comfort of her compassion and her acknowledgement of my feelings, and that I could feel and say exactly what I wanted to, and I would be okay. So we had a wonderful conversation. We never got around to brainstorming about the workshop, but I mean, I talked to her about my deepest angst, stuff I was going through personally, the root of why I feel intimidated by authority figures. I mean, we just worked through it all. And we made an appointment for another phone call. So I decided that, being inspired by this wonderful conversation, that I wanted to invite others to experience what I experienced. And I decided to create the workshop and call it Letting the Ghosts Out of the Closet. How brilliant. A Marthism, right when Martha would be so front and center for us. I thought would be very inspiring. And it was. Everybody really got a lot out of it from everything I could see. There was a lot of soul and heart being expressed during the workshop. And Martha joined us, which was wonderful, wonderful support. You know, when Jesus said, the truth will set you free, he wasn't kidding. Yeah, he was completely serious. It will. And that's why truth students, we are, keep telling ourselves the truth. Because when our humanity, that part of ourself that forgets, that falls asleep to what it is, I love that song that we sang by Karen Drucker with Marianne Williamson's quote, you know, I give myself permission to be all that I can be, you know, and who am I to think that I'm small? You know, we're greatness, evolving, unfolding as the Christ within will lead us to do, step by step, as we tell ourselves the truth. Always, always. And sometimes the simplest way to do that, to remember truth, I try this for myself, is just when I feel my head full of voices, just sit, just sit and pause and ask myself, is that true? Byron Katie does that work, right? Is it true? And you will know instantly, and you'll be able to let it go and release it instantly. It's a great help to stop and pause. So, yeah, the truth will set us free. We simply must stop hiding our true experience of emotions and our true feelings under the bushel basket. Once we come clean, tell it like it is in a safe space. Once we step out into the light, we can work out our fears. The light truly does dispel the darkness instantly, just as when you turn on that light switch. Martha, okay, I found my place. Here it is. In Martha's book, Presence and Potential, in chapter 12, she talks about the power of the question, what can I do? When we are faced with a challenge that would tempt us to think like a victim. She used this question when she was faced with breast cancer herself. And this is what she talks about in this chapter, how she helps herself rise above the tempting victim thinking that arises so easily, right? So that's such a great, empowering question. And actually, she and I talked about it, and we totally agree. Even before the question of what can I do, an important, vital question is, what do I need? Because before we can move into action, we need to set the stage. For example, before I could bare my heart, dare to trust Martha, I needed to know that she was trustworthy. I needed to know that she was safe. And I had already experienced that at the LUT retreat. So my need for safety was met. What can I do? I could then move into action and let her know how I was feeling. We can address any fear we have when we empower ourselves by pausing, checking in with what message our fear is giving us, meeting the need, whatever it may be, and then moving into action with the power of I can. Kristen Neff and Christopher Germer co-wrote the book Mindful Self-Compassion. In their book, the authors assert that the question, what do I need, is the quintessential self-compassion question. If we have difficulty answering that question, what do I need? And we may, because for one thing, it may be a new thing that we haven't done a lot of, just stopping and what do I need here? It's helpful to make a list of our core values and see to what percentage we are living by them and which value do we need to apply at that given moment. So examples of core values would be compassion, generosity, honesty, service. Many of our core values are relational values, how we want to be treated and to treat others. But others are more personal, such as freedom, spiritual growth, exploration, artistic expression, learning. Sometimes we can get our wants and our needs mixed up. And we often use the word need for what is actually a want. So if we ever have difficulty differentiating, and sometimes I know I do, the authors discuss wants and needs. What is the difference between wants and needs? Wants are personal and they arise from the neck up in the head. They are infinite, such as wanting a special brand of coffee or a fancy car. Needs are more universal and arise metaphorically from the neck down, getting into the heart region. So here are some examples of needs. And if something jumps out at you, take note of it. And I invite you to consider the possibilities in the need that you are hearing. Perhaps it is calling to you. Perhaps it is something you need. The need to be accepted. The need to be validated. The need to be seen. The need to be heard. The need to be protected. The need to be loved. The need to be known. The need to be cherished. The need to be connected. The need to be respected. And as we consider these, if there's one that, calls to you, yeah, that is my need right now more than the other. I need all of it, but this one's really calling to me. Then you can make notes about, well, how can I meet that need today? What is something I could do? What can I do to meet that need? Other needs that are universal but are less relational is the need for health, the need for growth, the need for freedom, the need for humor, the need for integrity, the need for safety. When we discover what we need and we then ask the question, what can I do? We move into action. We bypass any victim thinking. Self-compassion is really a wonderful tool to move into our power. Compassion is power. So when we stop and pause and allow compassion to be directed at ourselves, then we are exercising our divinity right away. No tiptoeing or dancing about, just moving right into our power. So can you see how self-compassion is the antidote to victimization? With self-compassion, we can acknowledge the suffering that we are experiencing at any given moment. We can realize that it is a common human experience. Oh yes, everybody suffers. Whatever you're suffering, someone suffers at that moment exactly, or at some point in their lives. And then the third thing to do when practicing self-compassion, first acknowledge the suffering, realize it's a common human experience, and then thirdly, practice self-kindness. Something you would say to a friend, you can say to yourself, if only these words, you're doing the best that you can. And there's great comfort in hearing those words from yourself. When you suffer, say to yourself, this is a moment of suffering. That simple acknowledgement, that observer self seeing your suffering, is a great comfort. I'd love to hear how that pans out for you. It really helps me. And when you consider that you really are not alone in your suffering, that all beings suffer, it can really take the pressure off. And again, just as you would be kind to your friend, be kind to yourself. This good medicine provides the healing space to ask the next question. What can I do? Martha says in her book, in any situation in life, even the very scary ones, you have the power to ask yourself, what can I do? In this relationship, what can I do? In this circumstance, what can I do? With this practice, we embrace life on life's terms. Life is doing what life does. And how we relate to life is up to us. Asking these questions of ourselves, what do I need? What can I do? Uncovers our amazing power. And Martha asserts the power of the universe. She says in her book, quote unquote, herein lies the power of the universe. In her story about her breast cancer journey, she shares how she shifted her thinking from panic to power. And she adds, going through the treatments and all the stuff she endured, she didn't like it. And she says, you don't have to like it. You don't have to love it. And that's okay. Empowered thinking, practicing empowered thinking doesn't mean you have to like the suffering that you're enduring. What a great relief that is, that we don't have to be some saint that we picture in our head, all perfect, like, oh yeah, I'm good with this, come on. That's not real, is it? It's not real. We don't have to like it. And we can move through it. We can realize because we don't like it, we definitely don't want to stay stuck in it. So we're moving on with power. And then the gifts come. The compassion that we feel for others who are enduring what we endured, and the all the gifts of connection and what people give to us. We realize all the blessings that we've experienced, all the things we've learned, how we're different for the better because of what we've suffered. Practicing gratitude is one of my core values, and I am so glad to continue getting stronger in this arena. So as Martha moved through her treatments, that was what she practiced, was gratitude. It really saw her through. The people giving her the treatments, she was grateful, deep, deep gratitude. Everyone helped her move through it. Tapping into empowering thinking, compassionate thinking, listening to our caring heart, this brings powerful gifts. Gifts of connection, growth, gratitude, compassion for others and ourselves. It brings experiences we would never have experienced, didn't even know that we wanted to experience. A rich, full life. No matter the obstacles we encounter, we can do it because we were made to overcome. We have that. You have that overcoming spirit within you. This is when you open your eyes and you see that life is always for you, cheering you on. The curriculum of Earth University is always for you. You only have to open up your inner eye to see the truth of who and what you are. I'm going to end there and we'll go into meditation. So just settle into your seat. Relax. Tell yourself, this is the time to stop. This is the time to let go. It's time to relax. Completely and fully relax. Give yourself permission to just be here now. Breathing in, breathing out. Follow your breath in, out. If you want, when you breathe in, say re. On your breath out, say lax. Relax. Relax. And rest in the compassionate sacred space within. If you want, you can put your hand on your heart or both hands, connecting fully with your compassionate self. Relaxing completely and fully in unconditional love. You now rest in the divine spirit. That spirit, your true self. And together, let us enjoy the silence for a minute or two. Now, taking a cleansing breath. Come back to this time and space. And let us continue on with our service and listen to a song I chose for you.
Bring it on. Everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. I'm through crying, I'm through waiting, I'm through hoping against all hope. I'm through longing for something gone that'll never return. Think I finally learned, so bring it on. Everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. I'm through grieving, I'm through dreaming that the life I had is ever coming back. No more wishing on someone else's star that'll never be mine. I think it's time to bring it on. Everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. And I've survived many times before, broken hearts and slamming doors. I'll be alright, yes I will, once more, just as I did back then. I'm gonna rise again, so bring it on. Everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. So bring it on. Everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. I know it's gonna be everything new.
Thank you, Mariette, for your great sharing. If you're curious about Martha Creek's book, Martha actually read it online. It's available for free on YouTube. I've given you a screenshot here of her place to look for it. For those of you who are on the call, I'll put it in the chat as well so you can find it. It's wonderful to, for me at least, I love putting her on while I'm folding laundry or something like that and just listening to her share her wisdom. And speaking of wisdom, Mariette has 154 videos on her YouTube channel. My friend, you have more than double than I do, so well done. But take a look. She's doing it once a month. For a while there, when we were kind of in lockdown and things weren't, clear, she was doing this like once a week. She was just, really there. So there's just this incredible amount of material that you can go to and find some wisdom from. So thank you for sharing of yourself,
Thank
Mariette.
you, Wendy.
Not just today, but forever, really. With that, Just a reminder that our Unity Prayer Chaplains and the prayer team are always available to you. And our prayer chaplain lead is not on the call today. She's enjoying some well-deserved summer vacation, but she is checking her email, so you can send your prayer requests or intentions to praywithdiane@gmail.com, and she and the prayer team will be happy and honored to pray with you. As always, this is our opportunity for sharing of our gifts, and we give thanks to all of you who have shared of your time, talent, and treasure. And you can see we have Interact available for Canadians. We do have PayPal as well for those of you who might be outside of Canada, and you can go to unityhalton.ca to find more information about that. And we are so grateful for your continuing financial support of our mission and our ministry. And let us take a breath together, giving thanks for all that we have and all that we receive, and we say our blessing together. Divine love now flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I all that I give and all that I receive, and is a blessing wherever it goes. And we know that our finances, our energy, our emotions are a blessing to this world. We are a tithing community. We tithe both to Unity Canada and to Eden Food for Change. We have been supporting them for quite a while. And lest you think it's just a food bank, it's not. They have incredible training opportunities and they have additional resources. It's quite extensive what they are doing in the community. And we are so grateful that we are able to assist them. If you're still with us on the social media link, please join us again and sign up for our newsletter. And it's a weekly e-blast to tell you what's happening, who's speaking, and what's coming up. So what's coming up? You get 2 weeks of Debbie Long, LUT. She has the unique experience of being a music LUT. I am an adult ed LUT, so she is going to be bringing to us an incredible service next week, the Unity Master's Wisdom, and she has been inspired to write some music, which I have had a teaser of, and we're all in for a great week next week. And then on the 27th, she's going to speak on the true spirit of gratitude. And then I will be back the first Sunday of August. Not sure what I'm talking about, probably about our co-founders, the Fillmores, because August was their birth month. And that is all the news we have. So let us take a moment to bless and appreciate the children in our family, in our community, and in this world, surrounding them with love and light and prosperity and healing and wholeness. And saying, children and youth of Unity and of the world, we love you, we bless you, and we appreciate you just the way you are. And we know that for all the children, and we know that for all the children at heart. And as we bring our gathering to a conclusion, let us join together in the prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. I am light. The love of God enfolds us. I am love. The power of God protects us. I am power. The presence of God watches over us. I am presence. Wherever we are, God is. I am divine. And as is our tradition, Sue K. Riley will sing us out.
Peace in my life is growing because I choose love. Love's always present, it's what I'm made of. I choose love. We are a part of each other. We are one. that binds us that can't be undone. I choose love. Peace in my family is growing because I choose love. Let love be present, it's what we're made of. I choose love. We are a part of each other. We are one loving family, sharing one sun. I choose love. Peace for our planet is growing because I choose love. Let love be present, it's what we're made of. I choose love. We are a part of each other. We are one choice unites us. Let this be the one. I choose love. I choose love. I choose
Thank you for joining us today. Have a wonderful week, and we hope to see you again soon.